Kalispera. I will stop my Greek here and go to English. That will be safer for everyone. So I am the Earth Observations head of department for satellite project. I'm an old space guy for the last 30 years, and I'm implementing projects on program from the last 20 years. I have currently 28 projects, and the Greek national program is one of the 28, but probably the one which is the most rapid in terms of implementation and the most furious in terms of commitment and willingness to reach the milestones. In this speech, I will come back to the genesis of the program, how we embark into it, what we have achieved as a partner to the Greek government in implementing their ambitions, and also talk just a little bit about the future. So first, why are we in this project? It's because the European Space Agency has mandate to not only build complex programs in cooperation between states, but also to help every state in ESA to develop their industry and their space ecosystem. So that's for this second objective that we are in. And ESA exists since 50 years. And in 50 years, we have done many of these national assistance programs to help develop. And we have done good things, and we have done less good things. So we have learned. And from this experience, there are 4 key elements of success of any national project, like the Greek project. So the first one is that it needs to be ambitious enough. So you need to reach a critical mass of activity to really move the entire ecosystem in one way. If you are making just few R&Ds here and there, that does not work. Second, you need to build something consistent between the upstream and the downstream. You cannot have a sustainable ecosystem if you are not creating the needs at user level. So it's not just a problem of building products on the upstream, it's also pulling the market by having uptake of national users, asking for this data, able to use this data, and that will ask for the continuity of the data when the first generation will be over. So you are creating the pipeline of needs at the same time that you are creating the capacity. So downstream and upstream together, that's the second recipe of success. The third one is it's good to be ambitious, it's good to have a critical mass, but you have to have a reasonable implementation plan. We have seen several national projects that just collapse or goes into very tedious development paths because they were too ambitious. The jump we asked to the national industry was just too big to make it happen correctly. And that was not safe for the industry. And finally, the outcome of this national project was not so great in terms of building a sustainable ecosystem. The last one is a long-term commitment. So meaning you have, when you start this big project, you have to give visibility to the industry and guidance for a long-term commitment. That means potentiality for industry to co-invest with this program, to bring private money on top of the governmental money and create even more momentum. So this 4 dimension is also very important to not stall after the first development. So all this story, at least for me, started 22nd of September 2023. I remember this meeting. In fact, a week before, I was called by our boss, Joseph Ashbarer, that was asking me, because Greece has decided to change their national projects into a bit more Earth observation. He asked me to take care of this. And he told me a word of caution, be careful, you might be surprised by their ambition. Okay. So I was careful during the meeting, and from the list of criteria of success, you can see that the plan that they had in September was very right, this plan. And when I entered the meeting and I had the full debrief about the ambition of the meeting, I say, wow, these guys got it right. They have all the ingredients to make it a success. But then just after being excited about the ambitions, then I feel very depressed because I see the schedule. And the schedule was crazy. Just deliver that in 2 years because of the RRF funding scheme. And that's the start of our joint problem that we are almost now solved after 2 years of battle, but that was our problem every day, how you keep this crazy schedule all together. And I think what was transformative at the very beginning is that there was a plan, the 22nd of September, but the plan we implemented was not the one of the 22nd of September. We spent 3 months and a half working very hard together to understand each other's constraints, to understand the capacity of industry and the appetite of the Greek industry to jump in the cold water of this project in order to make it reasonable. And that was the fourth criteria of success. You must have a reasonable implementation plan to make it a success. So it's still extremely challenging and ambitious, but we, after these 3 months of intense iteration between us, we say, okay, that plan can work. And that's where we started this journey. So 2 years and a half after, I think we can be very proud of what we have done collectively, and we have here lots of industrial partners that has been part of the challenge, and that's your success, because at the end of the day, it's neither the Greek government, neither ESA doing things. You are done the things, and the result is outstanding. We have recalled many times already since the beginning the number of satellites already launched, but it's more than satellite. It's ground segment working, it's operational services starting to deliver, it's test infrastructure developed also in parallel, where already some of the satellite developed will be integrated in this test center that has just been completed end of June. So it's all this ecosystem in movement with downstream, with upstream, with integration capacity, with new production capacity. It's also many jobs that has been created, and some of you are there because of this program, and the salaries, some of your salaries is paid through this program, so you know it. But more than the jobs created is the momentum you have generated in Greece and beyond to attract talent. So first, keep Greek talent in Greece working in space. That's the first achievement. Second achievement, bring back Greek talent from abroad to join the effort. And third, which I'm very impressed, is attract foreign talent to join you. So not only the Greek, but other nationalities joining you, joining the industry to make your industry even more successful. So that's superb achievement. And when I compare to other national projects, really you can be proud, and you can be thankful for this Greek government prospective view and daring to do something very big for you to create this momentum. So I talk about the Greek industry. I want to talk about the Greek delegation as well. I think it will not have, because we have gone through many crises. It's not a walk in the park, this type of development. We have a plan, but we have to adapt the plan. It's like all battle plan before the battle. It does not resist one day of battle. You have to adapt it mainly, and you cannot adapt it if you do not have a trustful relationship between ESA as contractual agency and implementing agency and the Greek delegation. So a big thanks to our partner from the Greek delegation that I can see there for your trust and for listening carefully and finding solutions together. Last, it's the phase one. So we have achieved the phase 1, but it's like a launch. So that's the first stage of the rocket. If we stop there, the rocket will fall back on Earth. So we need the stage 2 of the rocket, and that's this phase 2 agreement. And in order to be sustainable and to turn around the Earth in a safe orbit, we definitely need to succeed this stage 2. So a promise here, we will invest our times, our brain, our expertise in ESA to make this phase 2 a success for Greece and for the Greek industry. Thank you.